so now we've made our way to the reformer. We're gonna start with some basic footwork. Before we begin, I wanna just talk about the first position in the ballet. We know that we wanna be as turned out as possible, but on the reformer, we actually wanna come in just a little bit under what our max rotation is. Keep those heels squeezing together to activate those inner thighs. Go ahead, guys, take an inhale, exhale, press out, and they're gonna come right in. We're looking at working on pulling up those vasties muscles here, pulling up the quads. Inner thighs are zipping up every time you straighten. That's it. Beautiful. And one more, and keep that breath going. Good, we're lifting those abs each time. Let's go ahead and we're gonna wrap those toes. If you can see, we're curling these toes over the foot bar. Yes, so the heels are now dropped, the ankles are relaxed. We're gonna press out. Again, something different for ballet dancers. We're used to always working in a turned out position. It's nice to kind of come back to our parallel and get those muscles strong as well. That's it. Really good for those wrapping of the toes. We're strengthening the bottoms of the feet. We're pressing out and in from the back sides of our legs, and we're pulling up the knees, making sure we're not hyperextending into the backs of those knees. One more, guys. Good, and then we're gonna go into a high half toe position, which looks like a releve position for my dancers out there. We're gonna lift those heels, again, maintaining that parallel connection. Here we go, exhale, press out. Lengthening both sides of the waist here, pulling up those quads. Keeping those heels lifting even on the way in if possible. That's great, guys, really pulling up those knees. And I love this. Most of the dancers just absolutely love this exercise. It's familiar. It aids for point work. It's all really, really very functional. Let's go hold here. Let's lower and lift. Exhale down and up. As we drop into our heels, we're getting a little bit of a calf stretch. We're also making sure we're not locking to the backs of our knees and that we're not sinking into our lower back. We're keeping those abs nice and strong. One more. Very, very good. And then you can come on in and take a break. Excellent. Let's go ahead and place our legs into the straps that you have behind you. So now we're going to work on some bend and stretch. We're going to place the feet in the foot straps here. You ready? Let me take you down a little bit. Thank you. And again, we're going to work in 3 different ranges of motion. This is why Pilates is so fantastic for dancers. We're going to start in what we call a laterally rotated position, which we all know as first position, right? So let's start with a nice neutral back bend. They're gonna bend their legs into a diamond, and then they're gonna press those legs out, zip up those inner thighs. Let's add those ankles, flex here, and then really reach and point. Let's do 2 more. Keeping that neutral back. So as we have the springs and your own body weight, we don't wanna collapse into our spine as those knees bend. We're trying to maintain a nice neutral back, right? So we keep that beautiful plie and that we don't collapse into it. Let's go into our parallel position. Again, working all ranges of the hips here. Flex and bend parallel and point and reach out. Shoulders easy, keeping your pelvis nice and still. 2 more, guys, you're doing great. And flex 3. Good, ribs are contained. Good, beautiful. 4. And then the third and final position is our medial rotation. So we're gonna go from turned out parallel all the way to medial and go ahead, bend in. This one is the hardest one that I've noticed for ballet dancers, right? We're so used to getting those lateral rotators strong. We also need to work on keeping all ranges of motion active. That's it. This is for good hip health here. And also core and no wobbles. Exactly, you're doing great, Yuri. Thank you. 1 more. Good, guys. Awesome job. Why don't you go into a few leg circles just to kind of release that out. Just release and open and around. And good, 1 more. And up. Good, and then I'm gonna have you go ahead, take your legs out quickly, switch to your hand straps. So you're gonna shorten your straps for me. And I'm gonna take you down and wait here, Yuri. Jonathan, we're gonna go into mid-back. Again, so what's so great about Pilates is that we're not just using our own body weight, we're using the resistance of the springs. And the resistance can help us either on the way out or the way in, or also sometimes help us pull us in and create some strength there. So now we're gonna work into our imprinted spine position, right? So we're really gonna think about gliding those ribs down, keeping strong core. 1 moment, you're slightly crossed. And there we go. All right, we're gonna start arms straight up. Imprinted spine, legs tabletop. Go ahead, exhale, press those arms straight down and lift up. So now we're working in an imprinted spine. Inner thighs are engaged, squeezing together. And now we're working our lat muscles. This is excellent for dancers, especially because we focus mostly on lower body, right? When we dance, We also need to keep our upper body nice and strong. Good, guys. Let's go ahead and add some flexion here. Not the chin curl, let's flex forward. So now we're adding a little bit deeper imprint. We're adding the ribs bending, keeping the core muscles pulling in, and one more. Okay, rest your heads. Last set, we're gonna go into some arm circles. Make them small so you fit, and just circle down. This is a great port de bras exercise, right? First, fifth, up and out, right? So that we can maintain that shoulder stability throughout, and go ahead and reverse it so you feel somewhat equal, and reverse out, up. I find this most challenging for myself to keep my ribs contained as my arms are moving, right? So we want to keep everything nice and stable in the shoulder girdle as well as those ribs. Awesome job. Good work, guys. Go ahead and take your hands onto that. We're going to make our way into our last exercise of the day, into our knee stretches. We're going to go hands on the foot bar, knees on the carriage. Let's start knees on first, guys. This is a full body workout. I absolutely love this exercise. We're going to be slightly piked in our hips here, neutral back. Abdominals are really lifting up and in away from the floor. This is a great exercise where we're working on the shoulder stability, but we're going to press with our glutes and our legs. So go ahead, press those legs out, keep your pelvis and spine still, pull those knees in. Now the breath is inhale out, exhale, pull it in. Good. Keep the collarbone nice and broad. Exactly. And one more here. And last one. Now to amp it up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and have them lift those knees off. Good luck here, everyone. And inhale out, exhale, pull those knees in. Inhale, exhale. Notice how their upper bodies stay completely still. They're squeezing their glutes in the back. And one more. Awesome job. And you can rest. Great work. All right. So please visit our website if you have any questions. You can shoot us an email. Please visit www.balletmemphis.org and check out our beautiful Pilates Center. Thanks so much.